Hey, this is David Miller with the Miller Realty Group of Keller Williams Realty, and the new real estate stats came out from the Orlando Regional Realtor Association, and I wanted to share them with you. The biggest news is that sales are down 11% versus this time last year. So if you hear that, you're thinking, oh no, the shift is starting to occur. But if you look behind the numbers, that's not really the case. The two main reasons why sales are lower this past June versus June 2017, number one, inventory is extremely low. There's not a lot out there. And if there was more out there, we would have more sales in our market. If we compare inventory versus last year, it's 17% lower than last year. Okay, that's huge because it was low last year. Now, it did go up a little bit this past month versus the month before, but relatively speaking, it's still very low. The months of inventory that we have is at 2.2 months. Remember, below 6 months is considered a seller's market, so it is a very strong seller's market. Now, the other reason is because pricing is going up, okay? So supply and demand, there's not a lot of supply, but there's a lot of buyers chasing few houses. That's going to increase and appreciate the value of properties, which ultimately is good news as long as it's not out of control. So versus last year, we're 6.5% higher than we were last year, and that is the median price. Now, let's look at affordability, because you might be thinking, David, maybe we're in a bubble and it's gonna pop like it did in 2006. Relax, we're not there yet. Because when we look at affordability, the overall affordability of homes is currently at 124%. So what does that mean? That means if we were at 100% affordability, that a buyer with the average state income could afford the average price of a house, which is $260, okay? So overall, we're at 124%. However, for first-time home buyers, it's at 88%. So what's happening is the first-time home buyers are starting to get squeezed out of the market because there's not a lot of inventory and everybody's fighting for it, and the pricing is taken off so much on the low end that they just can't afford it any longer. So that's what's happening in Orlando. Now, here's the good news, is that if you are thinking about selling your house, this is the best time to put your house on the market because you're gonna have the leverage to be able to get it sold for top dollar and within a short period of time. If you're a buyer, it's gonna be a little bit tougher, but if you're working with the right realtor, preferably a buyer specialist, they will be able to help you do that. If we can be of help anyway, give us a call. We'd be glad to help you out anytime. And I hope that you guys are real estate smarter because of this. Take care. Thanks.